And today I'm kind of gonna have a tutorial on, well, how to, get good at Rainbow Six Siege. If you didn't hear me about 10 seconds ago, it's Teo 7713 Gaming back here with another vid. And hope you subscribe, like the video, comment something down below. Anyway, let's get into this. So I've seen a lot of friends on my YouTube channel not on my YouTube channel, sorry. A lot of my friends, they're not that good, and it really frustrates me. Because I'm a level 104, you guys see that here. And yeah, don't say anything about my rank, because I fucking try to solo queue, and I play with all these noobs, and all they do is derect me. Because if I play with a good squad every 10 seconds, I'd probably be a platinum. If anything, a gold. Worst case scenario, I'd be a high silver. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to tell you guys how to play operators, what operators to buy first, and just some general tips on how to get good. I think I'm going to start with what operators to buy first and how to play them. I will provide gameplay at the end of the video. I mean, just, playing the operators, trying to have some fun. Anyway, Sledge. For the, British CTU, also known as the, whatchamacallit. So yeah, if you want to look, that's what I've done with them. And if you want, I can show you his bio. Yeah, there you go. Oh wait, no, wait, my bad. I had circle by accident. Alright, so yeah, just pause the video if you want to read that over again. Anyway, Sledge. For the SAS, I think you should buy Sledge first. But before I get into why you should buy Sledge first, buying an operator, this is a tip. Buy an attacker and then buy a defender so that you have an even amount. So say you only have one attacker and 6 defenders. Say that attacker gets picked, you'll just have to run recruit. Anyway, why you should get Sledge first for the SAS. Sledge, he has a really good gun. It has access to an ACOG. It's pretty easy to control. And speaking of stuff like that, this is what I run on it. I run ACOG, compensator, and vertical grip. The charm and the weapon skin is just personal preference. I run Union Jack and Quacked. And he has a very good machine pistol named the SMG-11. I run compensator, hollow, and vertical grip with Sleigh Ride and Quacked. And also run frag grenades. They are very useful for taking out other operators. And of course, his sledgehammer, which can break open any wooden surface for the most part. No, basically any soft wall, floor, or hatch that is not breakable. That's what he can do. Use Sledge as kind of the entry fragger. Don't rush with them. Do not do that. But lead the way, because you have a pretty good weapon and you have frag grenades. And if anything, you need and if you run out of ammo, pull out the SMG-11. Anyway, on to the second one you should buy for the SAS comes Smoke. Now you're probably wondering, why Smoke? What about Mute? What about Thatcher? Now Smoke, as I just said, you want an attacker and then a defender. Now Smoke is very good, I will tell you that. I usually run the FMG9. You're probably wondering, but he has the same pistol as Sledge. Why don't you just run the shotgun? Why not? Yeah? That's what most people do. I like this FMG9 because I don't want to have to run around with that weapon all day. So sorry about that. FMG9, it's a good weapon, And of course the SMG-11. A big tip with Smoke and Sledge: never use the pistol. Always use the SMG-11. Whatever you do, please. That's what I put on that. And always use impacts. They're very useful. Now, Smoke, you should play him as an anchor. Now, an anchor is when you sit on site, sit on site, you're in the objective, you're at the bomb, you're near the hostage, whatever. I say this because, yeah, he has good guns, pretty good. Good for anchoring. And he has his smoke grenades, which you can throw at a door and stop entry, unless the enemies want to take some damage, in which they probably don't want to. So, yeah. For the next SAS operator, you should buy Thatcher. Thatcher is really good at getting rid of electronic devices. Example, cameras, bandit shock wire, mute jammer, sorry, I'm just having a hard time remembering. I'll say some in a minute, I just can't remember right now, but if it comes to my mind in the next minute or so, I'll tell you. Anyway, for Thatcher, I run the AR-33 with ACOG, flash hider, vertical grip, camos and charms of personal preference. Then for his nice P226, run muzzle brake on every single pistol in the game. Every single one. And I usually run breaching charges. Now, you probably guessed it, the last SAS operator you should buy is Mute. Mute is very good for denying entry. And oh yeah, by the way, you should play Thatcher by just sticking with Thermite or Habana, just in case they need to open a wall, and it's banded so that they can do their stuff and blow that shit open. Anyway, for Mute is a defender. He's a relatively good gun, not that bad, and a nice P226 with a nitro cell. His mute jammers can stop drones. They can stop Habana or Thermite from blowing something up. Excuse me, sorry about that. And yeah, play him more as an anchor because, especially if you need to, you could kind of play him as a roamer, but speaking of that, a roamer is someone who's off-site for like 90% of the round. But yeah, I'll get into that when I get into one of the roaming operators. For the FBI SWAT, aka the orange CTU, if you want to call it that, you should buy, I know everybody loves Ash, yeah, daddy do, but you should buy Thermite. Probably like, but why not Ash? Ash is nuts. Ash is amazing. Well, how are you going to get through a reinforced wall? You're not just going to punch it open. The only two ways to get it through in this game is Thermite and Habana. You can buy Thermite. His gun's not relatively bad. It's one of the worst guns in the game, but it's good for new player. Doesn't have a lot of recoil. For the whole FBI CTU, for the FBI SWAT CTU, always use the M45 MUSOC, also known as the M1911. Sorry about that. Run stun grenades. Like I said, the camos and the charms are preference. Play Thermite close to your teammates, and do not run out of spawn. Don't go on your own. Do not die early like a dumbass, because you really need to blow up those reinforcements. He is usually ran with the Thatcher and sometimes a Twitch. Anyway, on to the defending side for the FBI. You should buy Pulse as the second FBI SWAT. Now, Pulse, he's a roamer. Sorry, I'm not doing too good. Anyway, I use both of the weapons. The M1014 is a semi-auto shotgun. I run it with holographic sight. But most of the time, I use his UMP45. Like I said, the pistol should be the M45. Run a nitro cell to get rid of those shield operators, which you cannot just kill because they have a shield on them. Now, play Pulse. Well, you can play him in two ways. Now, Pulse, he can be played as an anchor, but he's more a roamer. Now, people say this because he has a heartbeat sensor, aka a wall hacking device. So when you see someone, you can literally track where they're going. Then where they go, you can just see them and pick them off. Now, a roamer is when you're off site, but if you're running Pulse, any other roamer in the game, if people start dying on your team quick, you better get back to site fast. Usually the roamers are the 3-speed 1 armor operators because they're faster and more quiet. Anyway, that's Pulse. For the third one, you should buy Ash. Ash is a no-brainer. She's an amazing operator. One of the best, if not the best, attacking gun in the game. But it has a lot of recoil. But I don't give a fuck. It's amazing. The R4C, ACOG compensated vertical grip. It's just an amazing weapon. Like I said, the M45, and I usually run stun grenades. Now, Ash can be played in a lot of ways. She can be played as a rusher, or she can be played with teammates, or she can be played solo. It depends on your personal preference. Now, the last FBI SWAT operator you should buy is Castle. I say this because, well, he has the same guns as Pulse. You know what? Why don't you just buy him, you know? Yeah. I say buy him because his kit is not really that good. He has bulletproof barricades that he can just, he can put on windows and doorways that have to be punched 12 times. They cannot be shot open with bullets. And you either have to blow them up or punch them 12 times, like I just said. I run the UMP45. And I run the M45, like I said. Once again, I always run muzzle brake on pistols and the impact grenade. Just for like rotations and stuff. On to the GIGN. Dun, 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 dun. The French. The first attacker I think you should buy is Twitch. Or the first operator you should buy. Say this because, okay, her Twitch drone got a big nerf, and now it only has 5 shocks. Other than that, she's amazing. F2, one of the best attacking guns in the game as well. I could go all day about the F2. It's so good. Run it like this, and that's how I run it. And I usually run the P9, but if you want to get a lot of damage, run the revolver or the LFP 586. I run the P9 because, well, okay, it does less damage, yeah, whatever. But it has less recoil, a bigger mag, and can probably be shot faster. And it only does 45 damage. That's not even that good. It's actually pretty good for a pistol. Anyway, on to the first defending operator. Now, these two are kind of interchangeable. Doc and Rook, they're the same operator, just a different ability. Well, I recommend Rook. Rook is very easy to play. Literally, all you do is set down a bag of armor, which you and your teammates can grab to have health. Oh, and you should play Twitch by just, going with your teammates. And, yeah, use your shock drone wisely. Play Castle by anchoring. Anyway, on to Doc. Doc. Now, no, not Doc. Rook. Rook, he's an anchor with an ACOG. Do not leave sight with Rook. Do not go anywhere. Don't move. That is what Rook does. He sits on sight. And please, whatever you do, run deployable shield. Please. So yeah, just sit on say with rook. Second one, the third operator you should buy. I'm actually going to kind of go out of the pattern of attacking and defending and say Doc. Doc, same weapons as rook, same exact thing. I'll show you what I run, but he's the same operator. His ability, he can heal you. So if, say, you're down or a teammate's down and you still have stim shots left, you can shoot yourself or a teammate to get them up to 75 health. Or say you have like 10 health, you can just juice yourself up with your pistol and get more health. Same thing with the teammate, just shoot them. Doc should be played the same exact way as rook and sit on sight. Now you should really combo Doc and rook because they are a really good combo. Last GIGN operator you should buy is Montang. He is a shield operator. When his ability is that he covers a full shield around his body. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, yeah, what's so good about that? I can protect you from bullets and it annoys the shit out of the other team. His pistol, the P9, is what I use. I use stun grenades. I don't really have to go more. Oh, and stay with your teammates when you run with Montang. Now for the Spetsnaz Russian. Buy Glaz first. I say this because he's a sniper. He has a flip sight that literally makes enemies turn bright yellow. Like you could see them from miles away. And his gun does 85 damage. Yeah, you heard me right. 85 damage. That's really good. And his pistol, the PMM, pretty good. Just run muzzle brake on that and run smoke grenades always. If you do not run smoke grenades, never run Glaz, okay? Play Glaz away from your teammates. Do not rush. Sit somewhere outside of the objective where they won't really be able to hit you and just snipe their ass all day. Alright. For the defenders. Get Kapkan. Kapkan has the same guns as Tachanka, but his ability's pretty good. His ability now, it's not that amazing, but it's, not that bad. You can place entry denial devices, also known as EDDs, on doorways and windows. The enemy steps in it, it does 40 damage to heavy armor, 50 damage to medium armor, and 60 to light armor. Also, run nitro cells, and please anchor with Kapkan. Anyway, buy Fuse for the third one. Fuse, now, his AK-12 is really good. I love the AK-12. Such a good gun. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about him. Just kidding. His AK-12, you can buy an ACOG. You're probably, but that's not the normal ACOG. What the fuck? Yeah, the Spetsnaz have different sights. I know, it's weird. And use the PMM with the breaching charges. Play Fuse around your teammates, and when you get somewhere above the objective, maybe somewhere next to the objective, where there's a breakable wall, put that charge on there and blow the fucking other team up like a bow. Now the last operator you should buy, the worst operator in the game, but people call him Lord because it's a fucking joke. It's a Tachanka. Same guns as Kapkan. Now his ability, a Lord Tachanka, LMG mounted and loaded. So he has an LMG that he mounts on the ground. And yeah, I run deployable shield so that you can put it in front of the LMG so that you can't get shot. Anyway, he puts the LMG on the ground. You can turn at 180 degrees with a huge shield over your head. Now, yeah, that's about it. And please anchor with him. But do not really pick Tachanka anyway, because he's not that good. Like, at all. Anyway, on to the GSG9 on the Genens. For the first attacking operator, you should buy IQ, not Blitz. IQ. Just to make that clear, IQ. She has a 5.52 commando, which is really good. Also, she has the AUG, which is really good as well. 5.52 is what most people use. I preferred the AUG for a long time, but now I've kind of leaned over. Her pistol, really nice, really good. And she has frag grenades, please use them. IQ, good for just staying with your teammates, just rolling with them. Now the first defending one, or the second one you should buy, you could probably buy both. I lean towards Bandit. Now Bandit has a MP7, which is really good, like really nice. MP7, but it can't get a grip. It has a lot of recoil, man. Yeah, blah blah blah. And by the way, I run Nitro Cell with Bandit. You can do two things with Bandit. You can stay on site, aka anchor, or you can roam. It's really just up to you. For the second, for the third operator you should buy, I'm kind of going out of the pattern, but you should buy Jaeger. Jaeger has the only assault rifle on defense, even though Vigil's K1A is kind of like an assault rifle, but they call it an SMG for some reason. Really good gun. It has a high DPM with a pretty good fire rate. And the pistol, I run deployable shield because, I don't really roam with Jaeger or Bandit. You could do both. You could anchor and roam, but I usually anchor. Anyway, for the last original operator you should buy, aka Blitz. He's a shield operator with a flash shield. You get close to the enemies, hit the flash button, they'll be flashed, they won't fucking see anything. You can shoot them with the pistol. And please run breaching charges. Like Montang, run Blitz close to your team. Now, the DLC operators. I don't really have a big list on, I don't really have a set list, because I haven't really had these operators long. I had them since Christmas. But anyway, I'll tell you in the order that I think you should buy them. I think the first attacking operator you should buy is Buck Areno. Now, Bosco, stop. Sorry guys, that's my dog. Anyway, he has two really good weapons, C8 SMW and an automatic AR, and the cameras, which is a semi-automatic DMR. I'll show you attachments for both of them. They're both usable. I usually use the C8 SMW. That's just personal preference. But yeah. Now, run the Mark 19mm and please, 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 please run frag grenades. Whatever you do, do not run the stuns. Whatever you do. Now, play Buck around your teammates for the most part. But he can be used as a solo queue operator. You can go solo. Now, you might be thinking, oh yeah, now you buy Frost next, right? Yeah. No. You should buy Cav. That spooky bitch that interrogates you every 10 seconds. She has a good M12. Like the game World War II, it's basically the grease gun from that game. It's really good. I run these attachments. Always run suppressor on Cav for stealth. Now her Louis pistol. Do you guys see the damage rating? 99. It is a amazing pistol, and do not run laser sight. If you run laser sight, don't run Cav. And please run impacts. But you can also use the SPAS 15. I run it with hollow. I like the M12 for its range. Now, whatever you do, do not anchor. Always roam with Cav. Always roam. Please, 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 please. Second attacker you should buy, Hibana. Like I was talking about with Thermite, he's one of the two that can open up reinforcements. Hibana's number 2. Her Type 89 assault rifle, Lord-like. It's like God-like. It has an ACOG, flash hider, and vertical grip. That's what I run it with. And she has a Bearing 9 secondary, also known as a machine pistol, but they call it a fucking SMG. That's what you should run it with. And please run stun grenades. Run Hibana like Thermite, basically. Stay in close proximity to your teammates. Usually you should be ran with the Thatcher. And do not die at the beginning of a round. That's Hibana. For the second defender, also the 4th operator you should actually buy, I'm recommending Echo. Now Echo, he's an integrally suppressed MP5. It has really good, I mean, it's not like amazing, but it has an ACOG, so, yeah. And he has the Bearing 9, same SMG. Secondary is Hibana. Please run deployable shield. Now, always anchor with Echo. You should not be roaming with Echo. The next operator that you should buy is an attacker. The 5th operator, also known as Capitão. Capitão, a Brazilian operator with a very hard-hitting Para 308, does 48 damage. I usually run these on him, not that bad. And he has the same pistol as Cav. Now you're probably like, wait, where's the 99 damage? Yeah, they have 2 really different pistols. I know. Run stun grenades. Play Cap. You could play him on your own or with teammates. Up to you. Now, the 6th operator you should buy, also known as the 3rd defender, honestly, it should be Mira. Mira is an anchor who has a really good SMG. The Vector 45 ACP. Usually people switch the 45 and the ACP around, so people call it Vector or the 45 ACP Vector, stuff like that. It has a stupidly high fire rate. It has a hollow compensator vertical grip. Jackal and Mira have the first shotgun secondary, also known as the ITA-12S. 70 damage, but it has like no range. Run it with a holographic. Yeah, that was just my brother being a bitch. And the nitro cell. Please anchor with Mira, please. The next operator you should buy, or an attacker, should be, I had a hard time choosing, but I think it should be Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi has an amazingly good DMR, the Mark 14 EBR, that is just amazing. Her secondary weapon, also known as like a primary weapon, is the SMG-12. Really good. She has claymores, please use them. Run with your teammates. That's how you run Dokkaebi. When you call phones, push. That's how it is. Now, for the next defender, I think you should buy Valkyrie. She has a pretty bad gun. That's why I recommended her so low. The MPX. I mean, but it can work at some points. It's not like bad, but it's pretty bad. And she has the Deagle. What can't be said about this thing other than the horrible recoil? Please run nitro cells. You could play her as an anchor or a roamer. It's really up to you. For the next attacker you should buy, it should be Zofia. Zofia has a really nice assault rifle and a really good LMG. I usually run the AR, but the select times that I've ran the LMG, it's worked. The M762, what I use, is a really good AR, you know. And Ella and Zofia's pistol, the RG-15, have a green laser and a beautiful Romo reflex. Robo 1 Reflex. Run Claymores because you already really have breaching charges in the impact grenade launcher. So yeah, play Zofia with your teammates, and yeah, do that. The next defender should be Lesion. Lesion is a really good defender with a lot of intel. His C5 SMG, really good SMG, you know, it works. And the Q929, a pistol, you know, and plays one impacts. You can play him as a roamer or an anchor, really up to you. The next attacker. Now, it's gonna be Jackal. Jackal has one of the best attacking guns in the game in the C7E, and he has the only SMG while you're attacking. PDW I'll show first. I run laser because the hip fire is tighter than a drum, but I usually run the AR more. And the shotgun secondary, always use it instead of the USP-40 and run breaching charges. Now, play Jackal. Usually he's playing on his own, but you can play him with teammates. I recommend on your own. The next defender should be Vigil. Vigil has the K1A, but it's a really good submachine gun assault rifle. It should be an assault rifle, you know, but whatever, Ubisoft. And the SMG-12. Play Vigil as a roamer. I mean, you can anchor with him too, but I usually play roamer with Vigil. For the next attacker, it should be Blackbeard. I have Blackbeard's elite skin, because I mean, you know, just why not? Screw it. Here's the Mark 17 and the SR25. Both amazing weapon options. SR25, one of the best DMRs in the game. And the Mark 17 CQB, what I usually run. You can really run both, it doesn't matter. And he has the Deagle, just like Valkyrie. I don't know what else I could say, but it's the Deagle, okay? Breaching charges as well. Play back. Blackbeard's more of a selfish operator, but you can go with the teammates. And don't forget, if you get BS because the shield broke in 10 seconds, don't be mad. It's all the nerfs. It was all those nerfs, baby. Now, I don't know what that was. Anyway, get Ela. Ela, now, she got a big nerf in the mid-season reinforcement. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, back to Ela. She got a big nerf in the mid-season reinforcement, going from 50 to 40 in mag size, and, well, getting a nerf on a concussion grenade. Anyway, the Scorpion Evo 3A1, amazing weapon. Really nice. It used to be better, but whatever. And, like I said with Zofia, same pistol, and an impact grenade. You could play Ela as a roamer and an anchor. I play her as a roamer for the times that I use her. The last attacker you should buy for DLCs is Ying. Ying is not that good. Her LMG, the T5 LSW, horrible damage, horrible fire rate, and horrible accuracy. But it does have an 80-round drum magazine. Q929, just like Lesion and the breaching charges. Ying can be played in 2 ways, on your own with teammates. Enough said there. The last defender you should buy is Frost. Frost has a average gun at best, and her Mark 19mm. You can run both the deployable and the barbed wire. I usually run barbed wire. And Frost, the reason why I put her so low is that her frost traps are extremely easy to spot, and people, like, if they see we up there with Frost, they expect it. Anyway, Frost can be played as an anchor. I mean, she can roam, but she's not a good roamer. So yeah, those are the operators. Now, I'll show you my sensitivity, my options, stuff like that. Yeah, that's just what I do it on. Now, obviously, I don't play with the music on. It's just, yeah. My brightness is 60. My look aversion disabled. 26, 28, 10, 10, 20. That's how I usually run. So yeah, that was a pretty long segment, but hey, I mean, it's for you guys. Now, before I get in, I'm actually gonna get into a game and show you gameplay on the operators. I'm gonna play casual because I don't feel like solo queuing, but yeah. Now, there's a few things that I'd like to say that noobs do too much and that they don't do enough. They do not ADS enough, and they don't move around enough. Because if you're and
It's barely different.
hey dude,
Pointless.
sorry about that, guys. I was just in game chat. But anyway, I'm just gonna run Bandit. Now, do not sprint. Always have your sights aimed up and pre-aim at head level. If you know where the enemy is, just pre-fire it, you know. Why not? And do not just sit in one spot. But don't run. You're probably like, wait, what do you mean? Like, move around, but don't move too much. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for today's video. I was trying to help you guys out here. Let me know in the comment section if it helped you. Drop a like, subscribe, join the crew. You already know what to do. And I'll see you guys. Tail Gaming is out!